having the other children join in too. With the help of Vincent hacking into the system, Emma connects to the speaker and speaks. The children are already riled up from hearing Emma's voice and are waiting for a signal that she will give them to act. The lights turn off, which is the signal that causes the gate to open. Emma tells the children that they are playing a game of tag. She shouts for them to run, and the children do as told. They run out of the gateway and into the path to the underground elevator. The sisters try to run after them, but the hackers quickly lock the gates, locking them inside the gateway. Norman tells everyone to head to the elevator room, and everyone does so. Emma's team is the first to arrive there, and Phil beckons the other children to come into the elevator room. Emma gets emotional seeing Phil after a long time. Phil jumps into Emma's arms with tears in his eyes. He missed her so much. The two embrace as the other children come in too and watch them with smiles on their faces. The room slowly gets filled with children they haven't seen in a long time, and it becomes a reunion of some sort. Norman's team comes in, Ray's team comes in, and all the others arrive as well. When it seems that everyone has arrived there, Emma pulls the lever to get the elevator starting and going to the gate. But it doesn't work. Instead, all the doors into the room close. All the sisters appear and surround the children with guns in their hands. The mother, Isabella, also comes out with a gun in hand, calling to her precious children for coming back to her. The children are panicked again. They have no idea what could happen now. Peter Rattray comes out too, thanking Isabella for her help and announcing that the system is back up. He tells the children that playtime is over. He sees Norman and the others from Lambda, still referring to them as defects. This remark angers Barbara, who tries to act but gets shot at by one of the sisters. Luckily, it's a warning shot that scares the children even more and keeps Barbara quiet. Peter tells them that their best bet would be to not get shot because they may be smart, but they are not bulletproof. Isabella tells them to drop their weapons and stand back, and Peter tells them to do as told. All of the children drop their weapons and stand back like good little kids. Peter goes on to say as he comes down the stairs that the children's plan was good. But even so, the farms aren't just going to let them escape. He tells them that it was a pointless plan nonetheless. They are wasting their time, and this angers him. Emma faces him and tells him that all they want is to be free. They don't want to see their family die one by one. But Peter doesn't care. When he looks at them, he only sees chickens yapping. They are meant to be eaten. Emma doesn't care what he thinks though, and she tells him to his face, which makes Isabella proud. This surprises Peter, who turns around to find that Isabella is now pointing the gun at him. The other sisters point their guns at him as well, which makes him realize that he has been betrayed. He doesn't understand why Isabella would do this, and she tells him exactly why. She was tired of how the farms were run and wanted to bring down the system. Emma is happy that Isabella is on their side, but Isabella tells her that they just have the same goal, and nothing more. Yet still, Emma thanks her. Luckily, things went Isabella's way, and here they are now. Peter has no other options. Peter doesn't think so though. He tells Isabella that they are the ones who have no options since reinforcements are on the way. The demons in the control room connect to the speakers and announce that reinforcements are indeed on the way, so they should all just wait for further instructions. Peter becomes happy to hear this. He tells Emma and the others that they were born to be eaten by demons. All of them. They will never see freedom because they never had it to begin with. One of the entrances to the farm shows on the system that it's being attacked. It's being attacked by the demons from Vilk's town. They have come to destroy the farms, which have been keeping them under someone else's thumb. They refuse to live like this any further and are attacking the gate to enter. This is heard on the speaker by Emma and the others, making them happy except for Peter Rattray, of course. The demon commoners gain access to the farm. They are led by Mujika and Sanju with Vilk as well. They enter and cause havoc, demanding a way to the control room where they silence the guarding demons as well as their boss. Just then, Vilk arrives with Mujika. The sisters immediately become alert. Emma's group tells them that it's okay, the demons are their friends. Peter doesn't understand how it could be that demons are friends with humans. He thinks that the demons are supposed to be watering at the mouth seeing so many humans. Vilk explains to him that he doesn't need that. None of the demons need that. Not with the blood of Mujika, which has saved them from degeneration. Vilk hates that they are being controlled and starved by the farms, leaving their families to degenerate, become monsters, and eventually die off, but it all stops now. Vilk jokes that their freedom from degeneration is much tastier than human meat anyway, so he prefers it this way. Emma is delighted to hear this, but not Peter Rattray. He's scared that things might go back to the way they were 1,000 years ago before the promise was made. Sacrifices are needed for some societies to function, and without those sacrifices, there won't be any peace. But Emma tells him that demons don't need to eat humans anymore. They'll find other things to do in all that time that they'd use to hunt humans and worry about degenerating. There's no need for sacrifices and everyone deserves to be free, including Peter Rattray himself. She offers her hand to him so that they can all be free. Peter doesn't understand exactly what Emma is saying. How dare she insist that no human is free in the demon world? He thinks that he's free. He can do whatever he wants. He's the one in charge anyway. Emma reiterates that none of them, including him, are truly free. They shouldn't have just some freedom. They should be in a world where they are all free and can do whatever they want, whenever they want. However, Peter believes that this is how the world is supposed to be. It's how it's been for the past 1,000 years. What's a few years till they all get eaten by demons? Emma argues that they can make this world whatever they want it to be and change their destinies. She once again offers her hand to him so he can walk with them. Peter looks at the hand. He recalls the beginning of the promise between the demons and the humans who were part of his clan. The clan became the gatekeepers for generations. James Rattray, Peter's brother, was a gatekeeper as well. Peter looked up to him. However, one day, things changed. James found out about a secret that the clan had kept for a long time. Their clan had betrayed their comrades to make the promise to the demons. He found documents detailing the confession that was buried centuries before. The Rattray clan didn't suddenly trap the rogues who were against peace and wanted to continue the war, as they had everyone believe. The children who were farmed were descendants of their allies, people who didn't see it coming. James felt guilty. He was torn because he didn't know what to do. He wanted to keep the promise, but he didn't want to continue farming descendants of the people who also sought peace and assisted his forefathers. But when Peter read the document, he was delighted. He thought what his ancestors had done was a noble act. It was for the greater good. However, that confession had forever changed James. He no longer wanted to associate with the clan. He changed his name to William Minerva and came up with different ways to save the children. Peter was furious with him. He thought his brother was ruining all that they had worked hard to build. He thought that the children were a necessary sacrifice and wanted to stop James. He put his plan into action and ordered people to kill his brother. He went to see him after the deed was done and felt extremely sad that he had to take this route. Peter learned that his brother's final words were an apology, and those words broke his heart. He cried while he hugged his brother's corpse. What Peter had done wasn't in malice. It was a necessary sacrifice that needed to be made to continue the promise that protected humankind. It hurt him too, but he had to do what he had to do, and he's proud to be a Rattray. Yet he wonders if James ever did what he did to become free too. It doesn't matter anyhow. Peter has done his duty, and if Emma wants to be free, she's welcome to do so. He tells her that she knows nothing about the real world. Humans or demons, everyone does the same thing, and he will take no part in any of it anymore. He will just be watching from the depths of hell. He pulls out a knife and places it on his neck. Before anyone can do anything, Peter's throat goes missing and he falls to the ground. Emma rushes to him and tries to stop the blood. Peter, in his final moments, just looks at them, still calling them fools at the back of his mind. He chooses to die as a Rattray and closes his eyes. Norman comes up to Emma to signal to her that Peter is no more. Despite the tragedy, Emma still has hope that she and the others can and will change the world. Outside, the demon commoners continue their chaos. They destroy the farm and kill the affiliated demons as well, all while led by Sanju. The demons that are still working in the other farms get word that Gracefield has fallen and quickly go to relay the message to the royals. Back at the underground elevator in Gracefield, Isabella says farewell to the children. She tells them that their common goal has been reached and the children should hurry and leave for the human world. She and the other sisters plan to stay behind. They will be punished for their mistakes and die when it's all done. But Ray is over her nobility. He thinks that staying and atoning for their mistakes to the demons is just foolish because it doesn't change anything. He wants them to be happy to be alive and come with them to the human world where they can atone for their mistakes to the children. Emma supports his statement and assures Isabella and the sisters that they don't hold any grudges against them. They don't hate them because the sisters had a job and they did that job, regardless of whether it was morally correct or not. They also don't hate them because the sisters still cared for them dearly despite knowing what the outcome would be. Isabella is touched by the children's words. They continue to tell her that they love her as she's the only mother they have ever known. They want to continue to be a family with her in the human world. Some of the children run up to her and hug her because they still care for her. Isabella cries and hugs them back. She thanks them and tells them that she also loves them. Emma walks to Vilk and they say their farewells and good luck. She walks over to the elevator lever and pulls it once again. This time, the elevator comes to life and starts descending. It comes to a stop in front of a massive door that opens, revealing a much bigger gate. They walk to the gate and find that the pens they have in their possession are also the keys to unlocking the gate. Norman puts the pen into the keyhole and the gate opens, revealing a bright area filled with fog. Everyone walks into the fog, ready to reach a better civilization. Phil walks forward as well while holding Emma's hand. But Emma doesn't walk with him, causing him and the other children to be concerned. Emma, Ray, Norman and his subordinates stand behind the threshold. They tell the other children that they can't go with them just yet. The children don't understand. Freedom is staring at them right in the face, but why they would rather stay behind with their predators. Emma recalls the time when she wanted to talk to Norman and Ray in private. She wanted to tell them that she wanted to stay in the demon world and change things. After she learned about the promise, she realized that they couldn't just leave the other children behind. Their leave would also be a breach of the promise between the humans and demons, which could start another war. She wants to make a new promise to the demons and free everyone who is still on the farms. Norman told her that he wanted to help too, so he chose to stay behind. Ray supports Emma with whatever she does, so that goes without saying. Nujika was delighted to hear this. She wanted to help too because she believed that she was born with the evil blood to make the demon world a better place. Sanju and Norman's subordinates, except for Vincent, join in too to help defend the children. In the present, the children don't want to accept that their Emma won't be with them when they first taste freedom. They would rather stay behind as well, but Emma can't accept that. She needs them to be on the human side to prepare for when the other children they'll rescue arrive. The children understand and wish her the best of luck so that she can travel safely and come back to them soon. Emma asks Isabella to take care of the children in the human world and she gladly accepts. Phil promises to do his part in the human world too as he says farewell to Emma. As the gate closes, he runs back to tightly hug Emma with tears in his eyes. He's sad that she'll be away from him again, but he wishes she could hurry and come back safely. Emma tears down while promising that she'll be safe. Phil runs out of the gate again and waves goodbye to the group. The children make it to the human world and are welcomed by the humans warmly. As time goes on, they assimilate very well and live their lives in a normal way. Isabella takes care of them and entertains them. She takes them to school and celebrates their birthdays. Vincent goes to study in the medical field and the sisters get to experience all of the good life, including love. Emma and her group, on the other hand, embark on their journey as well. They go where they need to go. They find the other farms and rescue the children. They also visit other demon towns and pitch their ideas to them, managing to win their trust with the help of Sonju and Mujika. Mujika becomes important among the demons, granting her enough power to even lead them. This helps Emma make an impact and change the demon world. The connection between demons and humans becomes stronger through friendship rather than a mere farming promise. After years have passed, the children have since grown up. They come to meet Emma and the others who have finally arrived from the demon world. Phil sees Emma, who waves at him, and he runs to her arms. The two embrace each other. It has been long overdue, but they are all finally home. Watch this next video. See you on the next one.